fix the shirt, y'all. Why not me? That is the thing that I've been asking myself here for a while now. Why not me? I've seen thousands of people get what they want and succeed. I mean, look at celebrities. Look at, our biggest influences. The only reason why they influence us is because they accomplished what they said they would. They accomplished their dreams. And so I ask myself, why not me? For a very long period of my life, I always thought I was going to be second best. Because I had somebody in my life who was always first. Therefore, it made me feel like I could never attain that goal of being first. And this had nothing to do with the person, but more about the circumstances of how we were taught and went about things and how I was talked to, how I was programmed. I gotta put my chair down. I am learning. I'm 20, turning 21 this year. And for the first time in my 21 years, I do feel like my dreams, I've been dreaming too small. I've been literally only asking myself for the very bare minimum. Telling myself that I can accomplish this, but if this happens, it would be okay. No, it's not okay. If I want something to happen, it will. If I want to accomplish it, it will. If I want to become it, it will happen. And that is what I have to tell myself now. And since that being said, I see the opportunities landing in front of me. Personally, my power comes from God. Everything that I've ever believed in is stemmed from Him. And I felt a little lost even 10 days ago. Let's just call for instance. I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing. I feel like, in a way, it just showed me that I don't want a life that's mediocre. I want a life that's extraordinary. I want to become the person I want to be. And I have so many different goals, fighting, school, just personal goals, career-wise, posting on the internet. I am one of those people who aim for so much, it can be a little bit overwhelming at times. But I'm here to tell you, me, myself, that if you stay consistent, it will happen. I've been fighting for as long as I can remember. And I've lost a lot. I won a lot. I stopped boxing, I came back. Now what I'm telling myself is this isn't just my year, this is the beginning of my great story. I am speaking my professional career into existence. I'm speaking life into it. And it won't just be any professional career, it'll be one of the greatest professional women's careers you'll ever see. And I'm not saying that to be egotistical. I'm saying that with confidence in knowing I train hard, I work hard, I show up. Therefore, it will happen. It might not happen tomorrow, but it will happen. And see, in the back of my head, I still hear that little voice going, "Oh, you shouldn't have said that." That was big. That could have been seen as a different way. I don't care. I don't care. You can't care. And at the end of the day, your brain wants you to be comfortable. Reaching for your goals, believing in God is going to be very uncomfortable because it causes you to step outside of your comfort zone. It causes you to think more about what you don't have and what you're reaching for. And you have to be confident in knowing that whatever it is that you want to attain, you will. Even if there's no physical proof at the very moment. Manifestation. But the way I like to manifest, I will never not manifest anything if it's not God. So I call it God. Do what you do. People believe in manifesting, and I believe in it as well. That's a very real thing. What I'm manifesting for myself is only the person that I was intended to be. So this person that you're seeing right now, the one that's full of confidence speaking on her phone with her little pink microphone that doesn't sound that great. This is the Molly who came from a Molly, right? That was once before not confident in herself, who doubted herself in every which direction, who only believed life was going to be one way, who now graduated to this Molly, right? This Molly, she's confident, she's outgoing, she's considerate, and she doesn't rely on her emotions to get her where she needs to be. She relies on consistency. She relies on putting in hard work. She relies on also giving herself credit when credit is due and treating herself with love, showering herself with love. And it's more than just going out, when you think of showering yourself, people think of the physical things, especially for women, getting your nails done, going on a shopping spree, going out to eat, uh, physical maintenance, getting your hair done, which is all great. It's just, trust me, listen, I love doing all those things. But what I mean taking care of myself is taking time aside to truthfully appreciate the life I have and the person who I am now. Setting some time aside to tell myself to do a little bit of mirror work, to sit with God, to increase my stats and my hobbies. I like to draw, I like to write. So to constantly be doing those things. One thing I actually was looking at to the side was my ukulele, which I put down for a while. That's a sign confirmation to pick up an instrument again if you have one. It can be very overwhelming though, to love yourself and to want the best for yourself and to strive for your goals and to be working a regular job and to not see any goals from any, what's it called, progress from it, and still want to keep going. So give yourself credit because, bro, credit is most definitely due. Now don't stop with this. I'm making this video mostly for me. This is kind of like a self diary, where I'm gonna go in life, who I'm gonna be, where I'm going to not only succeed but change. I am working a regular, job at this moment. I'm a server in a restaurant. I appreciate and love my job, but it is not the end goal. And hopefully, by the end of this year, I won't be working that job anymore. Hopefully, I'll be moving on to better things. Hopefully, I'll be posting more on the internet. But the only way that those things will happen is if I continue to put in that constant work. I'll be pro, you know? I'll have more than enough to put this job down, or at least keep it on the side, because I don't hate it. I actually quite love where I work. And to be more focused on this, to be more focused on boxing, to be more focused on me. And I'm really starting to see the most valuable thing in this life, other than your relationship with God, is time. Because time isn't against you, it's for you. It's only against you when you're not using it for you. I don't know how to explain that. I hope that made sense. And I am at the point in my life where time is for me. Now it is very much sacred and valuable to me. Who I spend my time with, where I spend my time, how I'm spending my time is very much sacred. Because I'm putting in little time slots every time I do something. I work out, that's a time slot. I study, that's a time slot. I learn a new language, that's a time slot. If I'm going out with my friends, even though it might not seem like that's a time slot. For people, I'm building a relationship with them. That's a time slot. Everything you're doing is relationship oriented. It's a time slot. You're building a relationship between the world you want, the universe you want, the person you want to be, and you're bringing that into this very real reality. Now, I'm not no brainiac or no scientist. I am a very normal human 20-year-old woman, and I have learned a lot over the years. Now, knowledge does not equal wisdom, and wisdom is not knowledge. Wisdom, well, yeah. The reason why I'm gonna say that is because I've met a lot of knowledgeable people who did a lot of stupid things, which meant that they did not have wisdom, they lacked it. But knowledge is power, and so is wisdom. Knowledge is power in the very world that we live in, the very earthly world that we live in. Wisdom is more powerful to people who live beyond this world, right? Who live beyond what they see. Now, people who have wisdom do have knowledge, but people who have knowledge don't always have wisdom. And what I mean by that is that some people have a lot of understanding, which is power. Knowledge is power, right? I'm just going to use the example of our country, the United States of America. A lot of knowledge. Would you consider the people in charge of all this wise? According to their agenda, probably. Which is probably just the demise of all of us. And that's cool, awesome for us, human beings, sheep to the slaughter. Great. But for someone like me, who doesn't no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm leaving the matrix, bro. That's how you have to be to accomplish anything at this moment, right? You have to understand that you are playing a game. No matter what you think, you're a player in a game. You're a player in this game. In this game is called life. And in this life, you can achieve anything that you want. And I'm not just saying this to say that. I'm not trying to be a spiritual guru. I don't even care. I don't care if you scroll past this. I'm just speaking from experience and from what I've been allowed to see and what also I've been taught by doing the wrong things. Because honestly, you learn your greatest lessons from the pain that hurt you the most. And I've had a lot of pains. I've had a lot of things in life that I look back at and I don't know how I got through it, but I did. And that is what created this Molly at this very moment. Secure, confident, outgoing, wanting to strive for more. Now, this Molly, you will never be perfect, but this Molly right here, she's striving for something better than perfection. Fulfillment. I had to stop with that one because for so long I used to down myself because I was imperfect. And that's what stopped me from even trying to achieve my goals. Because I didn't have the right type of camera or the car, or I didn't have the right clothes, or I looked a certain way, or I didn't believe I was pretty enough. I'm wearing a bonnet on my head right now. You think I care? No. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I just decided to pick up my microphone and start speaking. That's all it really takes is some type of action. Little steps though, if you need them. But eventually you're gonna be thrown in there to take that leap of faith. And I'm telling you, you can do it. Because if they can do it, sure as heckity heck darn diggity dong, you can do it. They are just as human as you. That doesn't mean that it won't be a struggle. That doesn't mean that it's going to be the easiest thing in the world. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. It's very much achievable. Anything that you dream of, you can achieve. This phone that we're on was once a dream. Air conditioning was once a dream. You know what I'm saying? The beds that we sleep on, the chairs that we have were once a dream in somebody's head. And they brought it into fruition. Majority of these people were doubted on. People frowned upon them. People said that they were crazy. They thought what they were doing was stupid. Be stupid. Be crazy. Don't be afraid to be embarrassed. Because at the end of the day, at least you're going for something that you want. At least you are achieving, or you are on the road to your achievement. A lot of people can't even say that for themselves. What you ask a person who has no goals what they want to do in their life? It's kind of sad, honestly. And I hate to say it, but it's more now than ever that our generation, you know what they do? They want to smoke, they want to get high, they want to party. They don't want to work. They don't want to take anything seriously. They just want to scroll on social media and be sheep to the slaughter and be food. And to these people, all I have to say is wake up. It's about time, bro. People who know me are gonna see these videos. People who know me from work, from boxing, from whatever. I don't care what they say. I don't care what any of them say, because they're not gonna get me any close to achieving my goals. And if they aren't encouraging me to speak any type of truth, then they shouldn't. I shouldn't be friends with them anyways. I should probably shut them out, and that's fine. I know that's gonna happen to me. It's already happened before. It's happened so many times. It happened to me 4 years ago. And you know what? It's bound to happen to me again, because people are always going to be jealous of something or somebody who is going for something more than themselves. People are always going to be envious. People are always going to frown upon you. People are always going to have some type of secret agenda. And you have to be okay with it. Protect yourself. Know God. Everything will be alright. And don't listen to anything but Him. It's that simple. Now, what I'm saying, it's going to be simple. No, it's hard for you to separate yourself from people. It's hard for you to stop having a connection when you built such a deep one. It's hard, but I'm telling you, it's very much plausible. It's a very real thing that you can do. Don't hurt yourself by trying to keep on to something that's sucking the life out of you. People, places, things, mindsets. It's all the same thing, bro. I used to have an account where I just talked about God, and then I fell back into the world. Still am. I truthfully believe that the transformation that's happening to me is happening to a lot of people right now. I smoke, I drink, I've done a lot of things that I shouldn't have done. And I have a lot of regrets, and I'm only 21. But what I'm trying to say here is that it's never too late. It's never too late to change. And the only thing that's ever going to make you feel like that is everything else other than you. It's going to be the world. It's going to be other people. It's going to be even probably your own parents. That's what makes you think that. You see the influence that things have on you? That is why it's so important to fill your mind with goodness and love and things that will only benefit you and others. Because at the end of the day, what you are is what you become. Sorry. What you see, what you watch, what you hear, what you listen to is what you become. And the choice is yours. I'm choosing to be a better player by speaking my truth no matter what I'm looked at. And I'm definitely not perfect. Honestly, if I blow up, when I blow up, however I blow up, you'll probably hear things about me that were probably very true, and I'm gonna just come out and say it. That's probably true. I probably did those things. I probably did that to that person. I'm gonna apologize for it. I probably apologized for it. And I probably came forward about it. And I probably regretted it. Like every other human being. I'm not saying I'm perfect by making videos or putting myself out there. I'm saying that I'm trying to be better. And that's all you can do. Be better, do better, act better.